What's up, guys? Welcome to my vlog for the week. I know that normally I'm not in the studio for the vlogs, but because you got me to 100,000 subscribers, I told you that I would tell you, I'd show off all my tattoos and give the meaning behind each tattoo, so it'll be fun. It just feels good. You guys rock. Most of the tattoos you guys have actually seen in one very specific video.
That was a good one!
Oh! Oh! Sweet funky pee-pee sauce!
He's turning red.
So first tattoo I actually got because my mom has a few tattoos and she was going to tattoo convention and she's like, you should come too. And I got this tattoo right here. So this one says, don't fear your decision. Well, I was actually at a masquerade ball and it was kind of awesome because it was a masquerade ball. It was based off of Labyrinth, you know that movie? There's all these people wearing masks and they're dancing bad. It's like it's worse than white boy dancing. And the person that I was with, he's like, man, you see them? This is like the one night they can be themselves. They're wearing their masks so they can be someone else. They just don't care. I was like, no. This is the thing. Those masks are who they are. Like that's them. Like this is like they can be who they want to be because they can be themselves and not care what other people think about them because no one knows who they are. And I was like, that's how people should be living their life every single day. You can't care about what other people are going to think about your decisions because then you're going to limit yourself and you're not going to have nearly as much fun doing what you want to be doing. If I want to dance to call me maybe, I'm going to dance to call me maybe. And yes, this is actually what it says in Japanese. One of my best friends, he's like a brother to me. He's half Japanese, half Indian. His dad, very Japanese gentleman. He actually wrote it out. It's like, all right, this is what this means. This is from the kanji, or this is from the Bushido. Like, this is exactly what it means. I'm like, all right, cool. But I couldn't tell him it was for a tattoo, because then it would probably say, I love Hello Kitty or something. Next one up is the one on my wrist. I have this tattoo because I really like Twilight. No, this is actually, these are fangs, and it's the logo to my very first paranormal investigation group. Well, it's because of that group, as I explained in a previous vlog, that I'm literally standing here right now. If it was not for that group, if I did not say yes to go on this crazy-ass adventure way back when, I would not be standing in front of you now. So it's kind of like a constant reminder of you are who you are because of your decisions in the past. Funny story, I was actually at Comic-Con a few years ago, and I was flipping through some comic books, just kind of sitting there, so the wrist is exposed. And this very attractive female walks up next to me. She's looking at a few comics and she's like, do you sparkle in the sunlight too? And it was a very flirtatious line. She wasn't being sarcastic. Like she was coming on to me. I don't know why she thought this would be a good pickup line. And I literally, this was my reaction. I need you to go to the other side of the convention because we can't talk anymore at all. I know it was kind of a dick move, but she asked if I sparkled in the sunlight at Comic-Con. Not good. And of course, you guys all know the Batman tattoo, or as I like to call it, the Bat Tat. I need a nerdy tattoo because it's who I am, and I love Batman. And what's really funny is I actually more identify with like Dick Grayson and like Jason Todd than I do actually Batman. So if given a choice, I'd want to be either Red Hood or Nightwing before being Batman. Batman's got too many rules that kind of constricts him, but I just love the lore, I love the story, I love the characters. I think Batman has the best villains because like these aren't just like super villains, they're criminally insane wackos. 1, 2, 3. Speaking of nerdy tattoos, let's go to the next nerdy tattoo. This one I don't show off as much. This is my mandatory Star Wars tattoo. Yeah, my dad has a bunch of Star Wars tattoos also, and he's got like this giant tribal tattoo, and in the tribal tattoo is like Darth Maul's face, and then down is like TIE fighters and Vader, and like in the top in tribal is like his name, but you really can't see it unless you're really paying attention. Anyways, what I'm getting at is Star Wars is in my blood. Like I am the way I am because like my dad raised me on Star Wars. Like I remember being very little, very like this, like just like this big. And like seeing Chewbacca roar for the first time and getting so scared that I ran into my room and hid underneath the bed. I would rather go with the monster that was underneath my bed than to hang out with Chewbacca because he was fracking terrifying. Long story short, Star Wars is me. I am Star Wars. I am who I am because my dad raised me in Star Wars. I needed a Star Wars tattoo, but I didn't want something that just kind of stood out like the Rebel sign or Imperial sign. I wanted something a little more obscure, slightly obscure. So I've got the Mandalorian symbol there, the mythosaur, if you want to get all yeah about it. I have a sword. So this is my sword tattoo that goes up and down my spine. So I got a sword on my back, kind of. I love fantasy. This one's a little more cheesy on the cliche side, but I have a sword, which is like a universal symbol for strength, on my back because I have strength backing me up wherever I go. It's actually a very particular sword that I remember seeing from my past, and I did a lot of sword work when I was younger, and that was actually one of the first swords that I used. It was like my sword, so I decided to get that one tattooed on my back. That's my cool tattoo. There's actually a video hiding on the internet of me getting that tattoo, and it's kind of funny. I'll leave that as an Easter egg to see if you guys can ever find it. One last tattoo. One last one that I have. I have gears over my heart. Now this is my sexy tattoo. Yeah, I have gears over my heart, and that one's kind of like a multi-level meaning. One might say maybe I'm just cold and heartless, and I'm just being just kind of driven by that. I think it's because, well, not I think, like I have a few reasons why I got it. I know why I got the tattoo. I've died a few times. Actually, I've died one time and it was pronounced dead and came back to life. Shh, don't tell my mom, I haven't told her that yet. But yeah, doctors brought me back. And I've actually had like a bunch of near-death experiences, and maybe I'll tell you about those one day. But I don't know, just like there's got to be something else that's keeping me alive, because this had to have failed eventually. So I'm just still ticking, still going. But also the second meaning is it's like the gears represent like the things that are important to you, and those kind of keep you going. It's cheesy, I know, but it was important to me at the time. It's still important to me now. I love tattoos. I actually want to get maybe one more tattoo. I was thinking about getting like this tribal dragon kind of down my side a little bit with the wing coming down the arm, because the dragon being a creature of fate, and if I'm still alive and I'm still here doing what I'm doing, that there's got to be some fate behind it. So I'm always a big believer of fate. So that might be the next tattoo. I could do that, perhaps. If I get that one, that's going to be like the big tattoo. That will make me a tatted up person, because right now I got a bunch of small sporadic tattoos. But each tattoo I have means something, and to me, I think that's very important. Some people like to use their body as a canvas just for art, and hey, I respect that, but for me, each tattoo has to mean something, and people are like, well, what about when you're 70? You might not like them anymore. Well, if I'm 70 years old and I don't still have the same mindset and believe in the tattoos that I have or like them anymore, that means I'm not living the life I should be living at that point in time, way in the future. So, future Joshua, get your shit together and like your tattoos. Thank you so much for tuning into my vlog. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Maybe I'll answer those in future vlogs. What should my next tattoo be? Let me know. Maybe I'll pick your idea. If you have any cool tattoos, let me know. And see if you can find that tattoo of me on the internet, or that video of me on the internet getting tattooed. I love you. Live out loud. I'll see you later. Because it's not a real thing, I can jump around. Oh, no, don't tell me. I gotta bring some swords in here. I have plenty of them. Yeah, I do. Stretch your arm out? I can bring my short swords. Maybe. Sorry.